What's up, guys? Tragic Reptiles here. We are here to bring you a very special presentation. We have got a rep from Nerd. We have got, obviously, the infamous, the notorious Dakota from DBCB Exotics. He's here tonight. I think that kind of future-wise, we are going to start partnering up and doing a lot of these shows together. Because we've got tons of questions, tons of knowledge to gain from these people. And we both have a different perspective on different things. So that's just more questions, more knowledge for you guys. So I'm going to bring him in. Dakota.
Hey, how's it going?
What's happening?
You know, I think we can make that intro a little better. What we should do is just put them all at the screen at the same time. There's 3 things going. I think that would really sound good.
I think all the drums and everything, the guitar, I think everything just kind of sloshed together would just be perfect.
It'd be amazing.
Awesome. All right. Well, let's not wait anymore. It's 9 o'clock. Well, 9:03. Let's do it. So we are bringing on Dyllon. He works at Nerd. This guy is a snake enthusiast, loves them. He works there. A great kid. So let's bring him on. Dyllon, what's happening?
Oh, thanks for having me on, guys.
Absolutely, man. So we are very happy to have you. We're going to ask you some questions. You're not on the spot. Do your thing, and just have fun. So, Dakota, do you have anything you want to say?
I don't know. I just want to. I think we should just start out with the regular questions. How'd you get into reptiles? What exactly do you got going on at Nerd? Just your daily stuff, and you would take it from there.
So, the first time I got into reptiles was just a red-eared slider. I was maybe 6, 7 years old. Gonna be honest, wasn't taken care of correctly at all, because you live and you learn. Had that for maybe 10 years, and animals come and go. Got back into them again, went gecko crazy. Leopard geckos, crested geckos, fat-tailed geckos, everything. So that was my thing for a while. And when I finally got my own place, because my mom was really just anti-reptile as a whole, I started to get what I wanted, what I really wanted. So once I got my own place, just snakes everywhere. Ball pythons, boas, Amazon tree boas were my big thing. But yeah, and Nerd, it's you never know what's gonna happen when you walk in here. You don't know what to expect ever. That's just not your basic job, I guess.
So when you say that, what would be like what you wouldn't expect?
Okay, I got a perfect example for you. So maybe a month, 2 months ago, give or take, our walk-in freezer shit the bed.
Oh,
all of our rodents thawed out. Rob and I spent the better half of the day taking them out, finding out what's still good, and that was a bad day.
Oh no!
Yeah, so spoiled rodents definitely is a not a good smell.
No.
especially when you have a walk-in full of them.
Yeah, that's a lot of rodents.
So what did you guys do about it?
A lot of stuff went right in the garbage. What was salvageable went to water monitors.
Well, that would make perfect sense. Man, that's so crazy. I mean, how many? If you had to give a number of like an idea, like how many do you think you actually threw away?
I can give you a dollar amount. Well over $35,000 worth of rodents.
Oh
Man, I think I'm balling when I buy $200 worth of rodents.
Holy cow! So how many? If you had to guess, obviously not an exact number. How many snakes? Like, let's say, just ball pythons. How many you think you have that you guys feed?
I know we have close to 1,000 females. Males are up there as well, and then babies alone, we probably have a couple thousand.
Holy
Jesus
cow.
Christ.
But
That's such an insane number.
I just like to put a disclaimer because a lot of people throw this. There's no way you can take care of all of them sufficiently. We have a pretty big team.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't you have like 20 people or something over there?
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome. Hell yeah.
Out with my boy Dozer right now.
Hey.
Oh, Dozer! That is so awesome. I love Dozer. I've seen quite a few videos of him in there, and yeah, he's awesome, man. So he's pretty responsive? Like he knows his name?
Yeah, he does. He'll run to him. Man.
That is so sick. And for the people that don't know, what is he?
He is a rhino iguana. So I'll be honest, I'm not a huge iguana fan. So even this is a little bit out of my comfort zone. See, he tried to bite me. That's why they're not my favorite. He just tried to bite me right in the face. So this is a little bit out of my comfort zone. They're too temperamental. But rhino iguana, to answer your question.
Okay.
I feel like out of all the iguana species, rhino iguanas seem to be the popular choice and seem to, although, temperamental, trying to bite you in the face, they seem to have the best temperament when you're talking, versus something like a green iguana.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Or any of those.
To just give him the benefit of the doubt, I do smell like rodent. So
well,
that'll do it.
So are you like sitting inside of his enclosure?
Oh no, I'm in the cave room.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I can see if I can switch what view I'm on. I can't, but
okay. No, you're
like
good.
the whole cave room. We got some crocodilians over there, some dwarf caimans on that side. But
awesome.
Yeah, you haven't been to Nerd, have you?
say that again.
No, yeah.
I have not. I have not been. That's a thing for me to do. Like I'm.
When I first came up to New Hampshire, like 2 months in, Nerds, actually, that's where I got my first reptiles, the bearded dragon, from them. We took their tour, and I got a hold of one of your guys' sulfur water monitors, which was the coolest thing.
The sulfurs are gorgeous, man. What a
yeah, they're awesome.
That is insane. Well, so let's talk. I guess what would be. So without getting into too deep of personal stuff, what are some top projects that are kind of going on?
Okay.
You're because of season. No, I'm talking nerd wise. What are you finding yourself most either taking care of or being a part of as you're there?
Ball pythons are always being refined. What's next? What's the next big thing? But I
get that odium into everything.
Yeah.
Water monitors are definitely taking the front seat right now, just because it's Kevin bounces back and forth. A lot of people know that of where his most attention goes, and right now it's water monitors. I mean, no matter what, everything's taken care of, but
yeah.
That's what he really wants to focus on, morph-wise, locality-wise. So that's what's happening.
Nice. So how many different, for the people that don't know, how many different morphs are there of the water monitors? If you know.
the top of my head, there's a little over a dozen that I believe. I'm not even much of a water monitor guy, so there could even be more.
I was thinking like 6.
I'm not either, so I don't, I'm not too familiar. I mean, like, I'm used to, like, I've got Savannahs, Tegus. I actually just got my first water monitor today. So like it's all pretty new for me for these guys. I've had Niles or Nates. I've had all the assholes out of the group, put it this way. Like, at a younger age, I got the ones that I could, I bit off more than I could chew at that point, and tried working with them. But, that's kind of how I learned today to, it's kind of been a better progression. I've worked with the worst, and now I'm kind of working with the best now, just because I didn't have the knowledge then.
Yeah.
But like, so when you deal with those, or like when you're around those water monitors after, Kevin's been working with them and everyone on the team, can you tell a different, like when you go into that room, can you tell that like their behavior is just like one of a kind? Like, does it feel different?
I mean, if you're making a comparison, let's even just say a Nile versus Asian water monitor, it's completely different. They sense you right away. They'll come up and say hi. It's a little weird even saying that about a reptile because anthropomorphizing is a big issue.
Yeah.
But it's a genuine connection. It really is.
Okay. Yeah, I could tell today. So like, they're both the same size, roughly close in the same age. And I had my interaction with my Nile, which I've been working with them for probably about a week and a half. And the water monitor, obviously just being new today, like, everyone's got their own take on if you should approach them right away and whatnot. But for me and myself, I like to do it right away. I noticed a lot of, positive interactions with doing it instantly.
Right.
And like today, taking out the Nile, I noticed a much, much better. I went live a couple days ago. I think it might have been last night. I can't remember. I went live with them, and this was more progress than I've seen, and like I couldn't believe it. I was like, "Holy cow, how's this happening?" And then when I initially took out the water monitor, I could tell just the way it was thinking and like processing everything, and it was just absolutely incredible. So I can't imagine what being in that room would like, because I mean, they're all smart. And if Kevin's working with all those guys, like they're going to be one of a kind for sure.
It's definitely an interesting topic. Because like you said, it's one of a kind personality.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, mine all kind of suck. My Arguses are assholes. My Quinces just run away from me. And I guess my Akis are cool, but other than that, I either get bit or I have to chase something. There's no in between.
How's your Quince?
They're good. The trio, I got that older one that's, at least he's eating now, so he's looking a little better. But the babies are doing great, the 2 little ones. And then, of course, we got the high yellow in here, who is cool, just still flighty. I always thought that this one was really small until I got those babies, and I'm like, actually, this one's not a bad size.
I legally can't even own anything other than an Aki, so.
Yeah, you're in Massachusetts, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Massachusetts is like the one place that's worse than, maybe, I think New York is also, actually, you know what? Anywhere in New England, just, if you like reptiles, don't fucking move to New England. I think New Hampshire's cool. I think that's it. I think everywhere else just sucks.
So what do they have? Like, why is it like that?
Honestly, I can't tell you. I have tried to understand it myself, and it's impossible. My only guess would be being uneducated. That's what it all comes down to, you know? I mean, for example, I also can't own a retic in Massachusetts, but I can own a Papuan python or even a Burmese python.
Well,
Which
that's
Papuan
weird.
scares me way more than a retic.
Holy cow.
Did you ever hear about the Nessie story over here in Maine?
I didn't.
The green anaconda that just was running rampant apparently in the spring of Maine for weeks. They're like, we found a perfect anaconda shed in 30% humidity, Maine.
I'm gonna have to look into that now.
It's good. I think this was like years ago. I think this was something like 2012 or something like that. I saw Kevin did some story about it because when I first moved up here, I found out about it. I'm like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard of in my life. It's a great read. They got a zoologist to cover the story and get all the information for the Maine government. So that's really all you need to know about that. Not a zoologist, a cryptologist. There you go.
Interesting. That's so wild to just think that that the law is like that, you know, and it's just like, I think it's primarily because people just don't understand.
Right.
And it's easy to fear and cave in than anything else, you know. They'd rather not deal with it, put it that way.
Yeah.
So, a couple steps back here. Talking monitors. How many different types of monitors do you have?
As a species? Let's see.
Do you still carry savannas? Because I heard you don't.
We do in the retail store. We don't up here anymore.
Any reason why?
The lack of information on husbandry.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw you guys used to have like groups of them and
Yeah.
monitors set up.
So I know we have some secret dwarf species that I can't really mention.
Inside scoop
maybe in
over
the
here.
future, Jeremy or Rob will mention them. But we have Arguses. We have some Niles.
Well, you guys do have Arguses over there.
We do. We have a trio, actually. 1.2.
Oh, it's awesome.
What else do we have? We have peach throats. We have quinces. And
Are you doing any breeding with any projects with the quinces?
We are, but it's going to be a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's awesome. I think quinces really don't get. I mean, they're an amazing pet. They don't really bite. I've been bitten by mine once, ironically, in a live stream where I said it never bites me, and then it literally like walked up and chomped my finger, like ever so. He's just like chomp, and then walked away. And I'm like, okay, asshole, thanks.
All right. So I got to add to that. So anybody that's watching the video right now, I have obtained 3 tokays, and they are not small. They are all full grown. If you're watching, if we get these views up to at least 50, I will get bit by all 3 of them at one time. So let's get those views up there. Like, share, subscribe, do whatever you got to do. Let's get that up there so we can inflict some pain on me. Anyways, back to it.
Yeah, I mean, basically, I think they're a great pet. I think anyone that wants a water monitor but doesn't have the space to own a water monitor, I think they make a great substitute. You still get that arboreal and semi-aquatic feel in a smaller, 4 foot instead of 6 foot plus package. But there's just no one. I think what is it? Anthony Sands is working with them. I think I know 1 or 2 other people working them in the States. There's really just no one doing anything with them, and I wonder why.
I mean, are they hard to deal with? I don't know too much about them.
What was that?
I said, I don't know too much about them. I mean, Dylan, I don't know how much you know about them. I mean, are they kind of harder to deal with? Is that maybe why? Or
they're skittish as neonates, but you can work that out.
They're skittish as neonates. Mine will tongue feed for me, but if I put my hand in that enclosure, how are they so fast? They're so small, yet so fast.
I opened the cage to a peach throat. I think it was yesterday. Thing ran on me, just completely jumped out of the enclosure and ran down the hall.
I feel like that's with anything in like that Indicus complex. They're just like super flighty for some reason.
So I've got a question on that now. So let's say you're in a room kind of with a reptile that's kind of like either skittish or flighty. Do you guys have like a protocol to where you like lock the door or kind of like close off the area, or do you just kind of let the doors hang open and just let it go because you know somebody's going to be there?
Typically, we just kind of leave the doors open. I was opening it for my own viewing pleasure, so I don't typically work with the monitors unless they're the Asian waters. But yeah, there's usually someone a little more experienced than me that's dealing with them.
That's cool. That's awesome. So they kind of just know how to handle them at that point then.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got somebody of that caliber in there. Yeah, definitely. Well, I tell you what, man, are you near the monitors?
I'm near a few of them, but I can bring you to the good ones.
Let's do it.
Won't run down the hall. Bear with me because I'm walking around. But.
Yeah, no problem.
Man, I forget how big that building is.
Dude, it's got to be huge, man.
I think I heard something like 20,000 square feet or something like that.
Seriously?
I'm over here with my 60 by 40. I'm like, yeah, this is a big building.
Oh, man.
Where can I get in a room? Oh, I can change the back camera. There we go.
Yay.
Woohoo!
Trying to get her out. She's actually a really sweet girl, but she's just not having it right now.
Gorgeous. Oh, man. Look at that size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She is another one of the sweet ones I usually hang out with once in a while. So this is just a double het. Nothing super fancy, but I like the normals. I'm a normal kind of guy.
Yeah. So what's the difference between, for the people that don't know, a double het and a normal?
So basically, when you add recessive genes, and only one of the parents was recessive, you get a heterozygous or a heterozygous trait.
Okay.
And essentially, that is, think of incomplete dominant genes, but recessive. When you add the two alleles together, it's essentially giving you a visual of the recessive. Like albino, for example. That's a pretty well-known one.
Yeah. Do you have any of those?
Well,
Any of the albinos or black dragons?
I do have a few albino.
Okay.
That's while talking to you. There we go. Let's see. I don't typically mess with the albinos too much just because they're blind and they'll bite first, ask questions after.
Right. So are all albinos blind?
They're not.
Yeah, because I was about to say, I know that with the crimson albino iguanas, they have poor vision, but I didn't know that for...
That's pretty universal for most albino species or species with albinism.
Really? So is that like would you say that, I mean, if you know that, is that like the only thing that maybe they kind of suffer from with being an albino, or is there maybe like any other issues?
To my knowledge. Here we go. So basically they're not fully blind. They just have really poor eyesight.
Yeah.
But yeah, to my knowledge, that's the only deficit to their morph. But they still eat, they still thrive. All right, if I put my phone down.
Yeah, you're okay.
Man, just take a look at that ceiling.
It's amazing. No, so you kind of see me looking off camera here. I'm looking at my water monitor and she's finally started to eat. So she's getting more comfortable in her enclosure. So that's pretty positive. She's just sitting there chucking it down. I've got some crickets, some super worms in there.
See, my quinces are a bit of a pain in the ass right now. I couldn't find anyone that had day-old pinkies, so I had to go with like fuzzies, and I gotta cut them up. So I gotta cut up like 10 fucking little fuzzies 3 times, so they'll eat them.
Oh,
Sorry, animals come first.
a tail to the face.
So she is maybe she a little nervous because I just kind of woke her up.
Yep.
But
well, we appreciate taking a glimpse at her. Yeah, man, she's gorgeous. Now, so like she is an albino, but the coloration on her skin is due to the substrate, correct?
she's actually in shed right now, and
okay.
Substrate does lightly dye it, but yeah, she's in shed, so might be able to see where it's peeling. But
now the substrate does play like some type of an effect in kind of dulling their true color, correct?
it does, to a degree, just because they're always muddy.
Right.
Because that high humidity, the substrate tends to be pretty moist itself, so they're typically always wet. Not wet, but moist, I should say, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah, that is awesome.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
She is absolutely gorgeous. How old would you say she probably is?
She is probably a little over 1.5 years old, give or take.
That's awesome. That's gorgeous. Yeah, my water monitor is looking at me right now like, shut up. I'm eating. Like, leave me the hell alone. But
backtracking a little bit, I want to know a little bit more about your personal projects. What do you got going on? What do you keep? Anything like that? I know Mass definitely has its restrictions on what you can personally own.
You and I were actually just talking about doing a Tokay project together.
Yeah.
Count me in, please.
Yeah, if you can catch any of them running around the wall, I really appreciate it.
Hey,
send them on over here.
Yeah, I'm in.
And what else? I got a boa I'm sizing up. I got to get a male for her. It's going to be a hypo/sun glow project.
Oh,
that's gorgeous.
And I also have tons of inverts that I'm breeding: black widows, Enchromatus, OBT when he gets a little older.
I've been looking into the inverts recently. I was really looking forward to a tarantula. I was going to get a green bottle blue. Then I found out like 90% of the tarantula species are banned in Maine.
Are they really?
Yeah, it's like one of those things where I'm like, oh, I can't wait to I'll just get a tarantula. Another like $40, I can get him anywhere. Then I don't know. I randomly looked on some group and they're like, yeah, you can't own tarantulas in Maine. I'm like, wow, fuck my life.
So following up kind of on, your projects, let's scale it way back.
Sure.
What was your first reptile that you personally ever owned?
That would be the red-eared slider.
Say that one more time.
That would be a red-eared slider that I was mentioning earlier.
Okay.
Not a bad first reptile. Like I said, my mom was really not even just anti-reptile, just anti-animal as a whole. So
oh my god,
I got what I could get. I still love the things, and I didn't have him for his entire life, but he's still floating around somewhere. Unfortunately, I got him at a really young age, so I was maybe 7, 8, give or take. But yeah,
that's awesome. You don't hear that often though. That's not like, I mean, typically I feel like most people, you leopard gecko, bearded dragon, it's like kind of the tier 1 on the pet shelves at your local Petco or whatever. So
this is before they were even banned in Mass.
Yeah. Oh, I mean,
what hasn't Mass banned?
They're invasive.
All right. Yeah, it's the same thing. Koi fish up here can't have a koi fish pond or a goldfish pond because they're invasive.
I didn't know that.
What?
Does it make sense? No, but
no.
How about you guys? What was your first reptile?
Oh, he's asking us questions now. Shit. Who's interviewing here? Fuck. No. Dakota, go ahead.
I mean, if we want to get technical, I had a corn snake. I think I was like 12 or 13, something like that, maybe a little older. We're supposed to go to I used to live in Texas years back. And we were supposed to go to San Antonio on vacation, but something happened and got canceled. And so my mom made it up to me because I've always wanted a snake, and she got me a corn snake. Just like you, that probably wasn't taken care of the best. I don't really remember taking care of it. So that corn snake did not last very long, I'll be honest with you. Maybe a year. I was not good at keeping animals when I was a teenager. I had no idea what I was doing.
How dare you?
But other than that, of course, I got the bearded dragon when I first moved up here when I think I was like 18 or 19. And then since then, it's just gone into this catastrophe of animals I now own.
Man, so this is where we get into, let's scale it back here. I feel like anybody that starts like getting into this hobby and doing this, it's always kind of like a secretive thing from their parents, because I feel like 90% of the parents are not okay with it. Because my first one that I got was a Savannah monitor. And
that's not a good choice. That's not
a good choice at all. But I didn't know anything. And my mom didn't know. And so it was just a kind of gun-ho type of thing. I wanted a big lizard. Didn't think it through. Anyways, got it. And for like a while, I kept it like in my closet with the light like in the corner. And like I got, it took a long time for she actually found out about it, until she actually had to put my laundry in there. And then it was a whole different story. Then she was absolutely fuming. But I had it for quite a while. I had it probably for about 6 months. So that was my first one. I think that's kind of why I love them so much. It's just because they've got a little place in my heart for them. So they're assholes, but they're nice assholes.
I did the same with some firebelly toads. I had them in a tank, and I had a shelf, and then I put some books in front of that shelf, so they never knew. And I don't know why. Firebelly toads, apparently. They were having a sale at the pet store, so I got like 5 of them.
There you go.
Like, hey, 3 for $20.
I was like, oh, fuck it.
Just let it go. So I do want to ask, do you guys have any Tegu stuff going on?
Nope.
No Tegu stuff. Okay. I got asked that today by somebody, and I was like, yeah, I'll ask, but I don't know. I have no idea. I've yet to ever see anything or hear anything, but
we sell them in the retail store. Every once in a while, I think we put them on the website, but yeah, no, they're not bred here. We buy them and we ship them in, and then we sell them.
I feel like there's so many people in the Tegu market already, to where it just don't make it worth it at this point.
There's so many different like morphs out there. Like, I mean, I've got my 3 Tegus, and like I was kind of looking around, and like I've got a couple people that I fuck with that have really got some good lineage Tegus, and it's like it's oversaturated already. Like, it didn't take long, but it just like blew up, and now it's just like, purple smoke, black, blue, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, what? And it's like, there's just so many different things that it's wild. But I still love Tegus. Tegus are amazing. You can't beat them. My red I just got the other day she's pretty wicked. She's definitely, it was like an instant fell in love with her. Like her she looks like a creamsicle, an orange creamsicle. It's pretty sweet to see. She glows. But so Dakota.
Yes.
Do you have any upcoming projects coming up that maybe we didn't hear about in the last show?
I got I don't know. I feel like it's all the same. Of course, we got the ball python, my very first ball python and first snake pairing, which will be something. Of course, it's the bumblebee yellow belly to that pastel yellow belly calico. So hoping for some Cali bees. I really want to shoot for them some Cali bees. Other than that, I don't think I had the Ackies when we did the last show. So of course I got those red Ackies now that I'm hoping to go in 2021. And I think that's it. I have some odd end Tokay stuff that I'm just waiting for some females to get to size until I breed them. So that's like some early 2021 stuff.
So side note, we'll all have to talk afterwards, but I've got 2 female Tokays, so.
Listen, but between him having female Tokays, I don't have that many males, guys. I mean, I was male heavy, but
you better make it happen. We need some male Tokays going on here, right?
I need to just get like 20 female Tokays because I have too many people hitting me up every day about wanting Tokay geckos.
So do you guys carry any Tokays or any geckos at all at Nerd?
We do.
You got some Tokays. You got some Tokays I want to know about. I know. I'm just waiting for it. I'm like, come on, Kevin, spill the fucking beans on those Tokays.
Is that like a secret project going on?
You have some signs on the enclosures, and it's shit I've never heard of. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Let me in that cage.
I'll be honest, a lot of those are names.
Really?
Yeah, like those are just pets, you know. Those are just Kevin's pets, so he'll name them. But yeah, we have a lot of Tokay stuff. Nothing that is being sold, at least not for a while.
Between the Tokays and the Boegas, you guys got to give something up to me, please.
We just sold a couple Boegas.
I saw you had that big male, but
That's
I don't
mine.
think. I think that's again something that I can't own because I live in Maine.
You're talking about the long-term captive male?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought it.
Oh, there you go. I was looking at him. I was like, "How do I make this work?"
He said, "I bought it." He just shut you down.
I can't bring it over state lines, but
That's crazy. So, is the Tokay thing kind of like a secret project? I don't want to ask too many questions about it.
Yeah, we're. I mean, it's a common knowledge that we're breeding them because everyone knows Kevin loves Tokays, but
yeah,
some of the stuff we have should be in action soon, hopefully.
Cool.
Do me a favor, hit me up before that happens, and I'll be looking to drop some bucks if that's the case.
Yeah, I need to get on that early release list, like preemptive before everyone else knows, world knows. That's the list I need to be on. What's that?
The prepayment plan.
Yeah.
I like to put a deposit down about putting a deposit down.
Oh, that's awesome. So I know I've got one guy who talked to me earlier. His name's Mickey. Good guy. The dude is absolutely like, he loves venomous snakes. Without actually taking any out, are you able to take a look at any, see any?
Can't do it.
Yeah, okay. All right. I tried, Mickey. Sorry.
That, basically, it's because I'm not permitted.
Say that again.
Yeah, isn't it just Kevin and Timmy? Aren't they like the only people in New Hampshire that are permitted?
Really?
Only Tim and Kevin are allowed into the hot room, so that's their domain. But I can talk about venomous all day long.
Dude, I don't even know what questions to ask, honestly, because I don't know anything about them.
What's your favorite one over there?
My favorite one here?
Not Lilith.
Oh, I'm actually not a King Cobra fan. Whoops.
Oh.
I'm a Crotalus guy, so either Lepidus or Atrox.
Okay.
I have no idea what the fuck that is.
Rattlesnakes.
Okay, all right, cool. That we just made it easier now.
Rattlesnakes are pretty cool. They're one of those species that's like, I feel like, especially in America, no one really thinks of them too much. Maybe that's just me because I'm Texas, because there were so many down there. It's like gators in Florida, so I never really thought about keeping them as pets.
I just feel like that's so wild.
I'm kind of that way about garters, though. They're all over the place here, so and I get what you mean.
Some beautiful the red-sided garters. I saw someone had them for sale like a year ago, and like she posted about them, and they sold like within 5 minutes. There were some beautiful red-sided ones. I think red-sided garters are something that that's being slept on right now.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. There's definitely not a huge market in terms of breeders. There's not a lot of breeders going on with that.
I think everyone needs to just hop off that ball python train and start making expos interesting again.
Oh my gosh. It makes my head explode, man. Like, I see so many snakes, and it's just like, are you not interested in something else? Like, don't even get me on that topic. Like, I do like snakes, but holy shit. Everyone. It's like every fucking person is like ball python, ball python, ball python, this morph, that morph, this morph. Why? What?
It's addicting because you want to make all the cool shit. Like my new thing is I want to get into making some leopard clown spot nose. I just saw them. I think R&B posted it, and I was like, "Damn, I want to make that snake now." I think that's all it is. It's about making the snake, not the actual.
Okay.
I feel like we've gone too far with ball pythons. It's not really about the ball python anymore. It's about the color you can make with it.
The morph, right? Yeah. I don't know. I maybe I'll just never fall into it. I mean, then again, who fucking knows? Maybe I do.
You guys have a favorite snake?
Say that again.
You guys have a favorite snake?
Ooh. Dakota, do you?
I mean, like species in general, I think it's boegas. I really enjoy the boegas. It's something I really want to get into later on. I want to dive really heavily into some boegas. I love the Exantic. You guys have some beautiful blue marbled, and then of course the was it a T negative albino?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, she's just fucking gorgeous.
We're making some hets right now, actually.
All right. So, like I said, that list, if you could just get me on that one as well while you're at it.
Will do, buddy.
That list is just gonna be for each reptile. Dakota's name
The whole building.
at the start.
Yeah, just whenever you have something, just give me a ring.
Everyone.
That'd be great.
Dakota, 50 grand. Yeah. Oh my god, man.
Just make sure you call before you cash the check I send you.
That shit might bounce. Oh man. So what snakes do you have maybe available that some of the snake people could see? Is that a possibility? Any python?
Yes, but my phone's dying.
Oh,
I know. I tried to charge it beforehand.
man.
Before the end.
That's okay. That's all right. That means we're gonna have to host a part 2.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, we can definitely do that.
Next time we'll bring a portable charger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, we'll kind of wrap things up here. We'll let you kind of get back. I got one.
Wait, are you charging your phone right now?
Yeah, I'm charging my phone.
No, he's good. He just can't move. That's
He just can't move. Oh, I'm like, oh, he doesn't have a charger. Like, shit, it's done already. What? Why? Okay, well, cool.
Let's get a little bit into. So, what's your routine there? I know you're the snake guy. But what does that involve?
So, my actual title here is rodent breeder. Doesn't sound the most glamorous, but my room is literally the powerhouse of the building. No food, no snakes. Plain and simple.
No shit.
Yeah. So I basically breed the rodents, feed the rodents, rotate the rodents, fun stuff. But
you got the crap job.
But hey, I got my foot in the door.
Hey, I'm not blaming you. Got it. I can't get in there. I can't get in.
So on that note, what made you want to go to Nerd, and what, like, when they offered you that position, did you apply for that position, or was that something that they threw to you as like, hey, this is an opening? Like,
so
they're like, hey, you look like the guy that wants to breed rodents. How about it?
Right. Like, how did that settle with you?
So I live maybe 10, 15 minutes away from Nerd, and I regular their retail shop before I even worked here.
Okay.
For a while. And I would come here maybe once a week, every other week. Every time I came, you guys hiring? Are you guys hiring? Are you guys hiring? And I think they just got sick of me of asking.
Thanks, put him in the rodent room.
So
This will be
after
the
a
way to
while
make
of
him stop asking.
after a while of that, they said, "Yeah, we're hiring for the rodent room," and it was a chance, so I took it.
Hell yeah. So what is like your future goals within Nerd?
I think it's yet to be known. There's so much that could happen. I mean, I get the rodent room done in literally a day. So when I'm not in there, I'm working reptiles.
Sweet.
Oh, okay. So you get to roam around.
Yep.
They didn't just banish you into there. They're like, stay with the rats.
Thankfully, no.
That's awesome. That's like, man, that
It's not easy either. I mean, we have maybe 5,000 plus adult rodents, so I'm crushing that on my own. Try to get it done in a day and a half, so I can work with the reptiles.
It sucks. I remember having to, especially cleaning up after rodents. It's not a glamorous job for sure.
that's so wild. So like, I mean, do you have like a certain area you want to go to, like a certain
Right
spot you
now-
want to be in?
Right now, what's pulling my interest is retics.
Okay.
I mean, that's understandable. I've seen those pied retics, man.
I actually got bit by a pied the other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How would that feel?
It was a sub-adult, so not too bad. Retic bite. Pieds are just generally more defensive than.
I heard they got that attitude. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was striking at my face, basically. Thankfully, I had my arm away, but
So
but why do I want to get into retics?
Yeah.
So, as a whole, I love big constrictors, so I'm just a little bit biased. But behaviorally, retics interest me.
okay. Man, that's wild. I would, man, like me, I'd have been like all big lizards, man.
I'm a big guy. I just don't have much experience.
I love that. I love the way they think. I love how they do what they do. I don't know. I'm just a big lizard junkie, I guess. Well, I got fucking 3 tegus and fucking 6 Savannah monitors, and the list goes on. It's ridiculous. But bouncing back up here, so like if you get that done in a day, okay, then what? I mean, do you work 7 days a week?
I don't. Well, not at this job, at least. I'm here 3 days a week.
Okay, so only 3 days a week.
Yeah.
So you get that.
What's the fun job you do on the other days?
Yeah.
Oh, when I'm not here,
Yeah.
I am actually a home caretaker.
Oh, okay. That's not that bad.
Yeah.
Sweet. Can't beat that. That's pretty chill.
I mean, you could be working at Nerd full time. I think that beats that.
Fuck you, Dakota.
Just
It's a work
shitting
in
on all my
progress.
accomplishments. How dare you?
I'm laughing at my wife because my wife is trying to pull out our chameleon and it's hissing at her. It's a newer baby, so she's pissy. But so for you, once you get done with that job that you do, and you go on to reptiles, like, do you immediately like have to like get with somebody and then go into something, or do you just literally wander into your own thing and be like, I want to deal with these guys today? Like, are you kind of at your own discretion there? Is it pretty free balance?
Usually I'll kind of talk to the managers, see what's going on, see where I'm needed most. Because they typically have a good idea of where I'm needed. If they have no clue, I'll just kind of go look for something to do,
Sweet. That is so awesome, man. I'm jealous. That's fucking cool. So cool. Dakota, anything to add to that?
I mean, it sounds like a typical day over here, wandering around aimlessly trying to look for something to do.
Who was that?
I feel that with my own reptile.
Yeah, it's like, all right, what needs to be done in here today?
That's so wild. So for let's say, so you get done with all that stuff. You're hold on here. We got to. Hey, Dakota, where's your friend?
Oh, he's in the other building. I'm completely. I do not see this room 100% out of space in here. I'm trying. I don't know why, because crested geckos won't sell. I'm like, oh, 20% off adult ready to breed proven breeder crested geckos, and everyone's like, nah, I'll pass. So as soon as they're gone, the leopard gecko is going to come in here. But until then, I'm out of space.
You know why you
Dakota, Leo's a friend, not food.
What was that, Dylan?
I said, you know why you don't have enough space? You don't have enough shelves.
I really need to build that 4th and 5th level right there. Really just stealing the floor on this one.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, I mean, honestly, do you think that you could see yourself like this being the rest of your life? Like, do you want to be like fully committed to nerd for the rest of your life? Or is this something that you're just like, I love reptiles, kind of like a in between? Like, what's your thoughts on that opinion?
I think you'll inherit the business, is what he's asking. Do you think Kevin will just be like, you know what?
Because
here's the rings. Here you go. Have fun.
Because me and Dakota did get on that list that one time, and
there is a line. I think I'm like number 4. So
that's a hard question to answer.
Okay.
And part of that is because I don't know if you guys know, but I'm a single dad, so working at Nerd realistically for the rest of my life financially is probably not going to work. I'll probably go out on my own and do my own reptile stuff to get the full benefit, if that makes sense. Not to say Nerd hasn't done great things for me. I mean, they have, absolutely, but I think you get it.
I remember a few years back, this is when you guys actually still had the bird room before it was, I think it's like the podcast room now or something.
Yep.
I remember I was messing with one of your macaws, and one of the whoever was working in the bird room offered me to put in an application to work there, but I saw that $7.25 an hour, and I was like, can't do it. Nope.
Thankfully, I get 10.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
My crested gecko's putting his balls on the camera. Sorry.
They do that.
He's so awesome. This is balls. So he made it with another female, and after he was done, he didn't retract, and his balls were just hanging out there. So that's how he got the name. And so we had to take literally. So I spent so much time doing research, and it was like sugar water and like this and that. I watched Kevin's video when he took I don't remember what it was. It was a bigger snake. And the snake didn't retract, and you can take didn't retract, and he ended up putting it in the water, and then he had the I can't remember what the hell it was called. I watched him do it all, and then I seen how much sugar he put in there, and I was like, fuck, we're not putting anything in there. So I put a ton of sugar, and I put it onto this plate, dinner plate, and I literally just put him on it, and he just kind of sat there. I would say probably a couple minutes later, I picked him up, put him in his enclosure, done, gone right away.
Yep.
It retracted instantly because apparently it takes all of the blood out of that area and forces it out. Any type of pressure, it forces it out. So I was just like, I wish I would have done that a couple days ago, So I felt bad for the guy, I mean, I don't want to have my balls out hanging all day, you know, shit hurts. Enough about balls. Why'd you have to bring him out? So for while you're at Nerd, what is like? I mean, you guys have music on during the day.
I do.
You do.
Yeah.
So like,
I
I
come
like
in with
for
Bluetooth
me.
headphones.
What are you jamming out there in the rodent room?
Anything, man. Anything. Seriously, anything.
I need a top 3.
Okay. Shit, you're putting me on the spot.
Ah.
Remember, we are gonna judge you harshly based on these 3 choices.
Joyner Lucas. Sometimes Johnny Cash. And
You better hit it hard on this one.
I know.
I don't know. Johnny Cash is pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty
Failing
good.
in my books.
I listen to so much music and it's not coming to me at all. Holy shit. Can I even swear? I should.
Yeah, dude, absolutely, man.
This is very family friendly.
Because I can't think of anything. That's the 2 I'm giving you. Sorry.
All right. So I didn't get my 3rd one. It's all right. No, I just like my like envisioning of Nerd is just like Obituary playing across the speakers, or like Slayer, or like that's like the thing I got going on in my head right now for like how it is over there. Like just because Kevin, I know, loves that shit.
Yeah.
So
I was thinking some smooth jazz. Could you imagine?
dun, dun.
And 1,200 snake just do do do. That's something that should happen.
Oh my god. Elevator music everywhere you go. Just kind of cruising through everywhere each day.
Everyone's all nice and mellow. I think that's really what's happening. There's too much metal over there. You play some smooth jazz and everything will work out just fine.
Oh, man, that metal just purifies my soul.
Can you guys see me? I just got a call for a second.
Yes. Well, you blanked out for a minute.
You know you're an important person. You have an interview going on.
Yeah, I just interviews every day. You know,
Oh.
very important.
Very important, man. We are just so grateful that we were able to fill this time slot.
So, what would you say? So, if you had to pick a monitor to own, what would you pick, and why would you pick it?
Quince.
Yeah, I like this guy.
A Quince, why?
Okay, they're absolutely beautiful. I mean, that yellowing is just basically borderline sulfur if you're comparing it. On top of that, and like Dakota said, it's like your poor man's Asian water monitor in terms of space. They're not as big, so it's a little more manageable for me. And
Look at
pretty
that.
much on par with Asian water monitors if you work with them correctly.
I got this high yellow from you guys, actually. If I can figure out what it is.
So, side note, I'm still working on trying to get this blue tail monitor that apparently came from you guys. I seen the paperwork on it. I might be getting it. It's kind of like up in the air. The guy's being really finicky. He doesn't want to get rid of it. But yeah, I'm trying tooth and nail trying to get this thing. But I'm waiting a little bit. I'm gonna say probably around springtime. I'm gonna end up picking up a real nice sized water monitor from you guys.
Do it.
I got a crazy asshole.
If I had to give a part 2 to that question, Timors.
Yeah.
Love Timor monitors.
Say that again.
Timors are cool. They're like, I think that's underrated. Everyone thinks of dwarf, they're like Ackies or Kimberleys, but Timors, they're a pretty rad species.
All right, give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna see if I can pull mine out here. Dakota inspired me.
He's lying. He's gonna go look up what Timor monitors are.
No, I don't fuck with little lizards, boy.
You can hear him in the background. He's like, "Okay, Siri, what is the?"
My screen might go black for a minute.
Hey, you get back to your geckos. I'm the fucking monitor guy here.
I'm pretty sure I own more monitors.
Probably.
Oh, he went black. Oh, he's back. Oh. You see, you leave for like 5 seconds and everything just goes to hell.
All right, so I grabbed the most angry asshole I have. This is my Nile. And I've been working with him for, probably about 2 to 3 hours every day. And he's smart. He's definitely there. But he's kind of picky. Other than that, just takes him a little bit of time, and he's good to go.
You've been doing a great job with him.
Yeah, I've really, so like what I do, I usually spend literally anywhere from 3 to 4 hours after I get home from work with all of my lizards, my tegus. I take them out. I give them each individual time. I give them partner time, so they're all kind of together. This guy, literally, the first day I got him, bit shit all over me. Was not having anything, hissing like hell. Like it hasn't been since recently. He's been okay, and it's been a nice little process, but he's taming down quite well. A little hiss there. Not so much tail whipping anymore. I do a lot of bath time. I do bath time every day. I usually do it for about 15 to 20 minutes. I will do some, I'll do, I call it hand fighting drills. So what I'll do is I'll go under their belly as they're swimming, or if they're sitting still, I'll go under the belly, and then I will go over top. So I'm constantly going over, making my presence, making them not feel threatened. Wrong or right, that's just what I do. It's what's worked for me with my savannas when I had nobody to kind of look up to and learn. And it has worked fucking phenomenal. I don't know if that's anything that's playing a factor into this guy. Obviously, it might be working a little bit, but I've got some tongue flicks going on. He's just kind of chilling, understanding. He's thinking. He's being pretty patient right now. So.
It's a good-looking monitor, that's for sure.
Yeah, so I didn't know. So did you know that Niles and ornates only have one stripe different? That's how you can tell the difference, otherwise, compared to their nostrils.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I just knew that. I thought they were the same thing, except for one's named Nile, one's named ornate.
No, so their nostrils. Okay, so Niles actually have their nostrils closer to their eyes. The ornates actually have it closer, almost like Asian water monitors. It's kind of like in the middle. And then the spots. So I don't know if he's gonna let me sit here. No, probably not. I don't want to make him too uncomfortable. But the lines and the coloring on their back, you'll notice it in lines, and it's different. There's one less. So one has 5, one has 4. So it's quite interesting. I didn't learn that until the other day. But these guys are pretty savage. I'm hoping to, I know Niles are not a super desirable animal because they're so fucking difficult, but these guys in savannas, just because I love them so much and I see them so often, I would definitely like to hopefully have a breeding project with both of them, and kind of go from there and see what happens. But I love their coloring.
That is a gorgeous Nile, man.
Good stuff.
Pretty cool.
Speaking of temperament, I wanted to ask, since you guys said you had some Arguses, do they have that stereotypical attitude over there, or are you guys working some magic? And
they're all bark, no bite.
Yep, that's the same with mine. Super huffy, puffy. They got their tail curled, but then they just run off as soon as you touch them.
I'm just going to let him sit here and chill, so don't mind me. Dakota, if you've got some questions to ask, I'm just going to take all this in right now.
Oh, shit, man. I was just about to say I'm out of questions. That was it. I did not come prepared to this interview. I thought we were just going to let things organically flow, and I'm at a halt.
Well, I tell you what, I'll let Lucifer close it off here, and we will definitely hit up a part 2. Dig into some more stuff when you got time and just kind of go from there. Really appreciated having you on here. If there's anyone you want to give a shout out to, go ahead.
JP Servants.
Okay.
Good.
Where are they out of?
JP Serpents is on right now, actually.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Good.
Or, I mean, they were. They're commenting.
Oh, yeah. Don't be like Gianni and get bit in the chest. I don't know what that means, but one of you do.
Gianni got nailed by, I think it was the cow retic. That's like, isn't that like your most viral nerd video? Was Gianni getting fucking railed?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's Cupcake.
I think I've seen that.
I believe.
Bro, I still watch that video to this day if I need a laugh. He fucking cut it like 6 times, and it just went slower and slower motion.
Oh,
it was genius. It was good work.
That's awesome. Well, I think I've seen that video, but I may have to go and check that out if I haven't. I'm quite sure I have. But other than that, Dakota, anybody do you shout out to?
Podcast. What's up?
Nobody, Dakota? Nobody special?
They're just getting in the middle of this interview? Unprofessional. No, I don't really. I don't know. No one. Myself. DBCB Exotics. Buy a crested gecko from me. Please.
Well, I'm just going to take the shit and piss out of my hand right now from my mouth and clean that up. So, much love for all you guys that tuned in. Just literally shit all over me.
That's isn't it?
Oh man, it's messy and smelly as hell, but worth it. So anybody that tuned in, thank you, appreciate it, and be sure to check out Dakota's page as well as Nerd's page, and then Dylan, if you have a page.
I have an Instagram. It's Dyllon the reptile guy with underscores in between all of them.
Perfect.
Yo, that's a badass name.
Hell yeah, that's like
I can't think of cool names like that.
that's
Cool that I got there.
awesome. Well, guys, I appreciate your time for both of you, and we'll definitely be talking soon. We'll see you guys later. All right, guys. So that was an awesome interview and absolute great time. So many questions. We're definitely going to do another one for sure. I'm definitely going to clean this piss and shit off my hand. But yeah, he's chilling. So this is one of the couple that I have that are going to be available at the Foundry, or what is it, Fountainhead Taproom event that we're going to be hosting December 5th. I will have Savannahs, Niles, Tegus, some ornates, tokay geckos. I will literally have everything, and they are all going to be worked with before you get it. So if you guys are interested, I will see you at that show. If not, be sure to catch us again. You can go ahead and like, subscribe, do your damn thing, and we'll be good to go. All right. Thanks, guys.